Okay, good morning students. So as we have finished previous chapter regarding respiration in both plants and animals. So today we are going to talk about transportation in plants and transportation of plants and animals. Animals and plants. Okay, so transportation of plants and animals means transportation of what? Means transportation of mostly the minerals. Okay, minerals or whatever the activities that are taking place or that takes place inside the body are termed as transportation. Okay, as for example, in terms of transportation as we all know, to send the things from one place to another. Okay, from one place to another, that means change in motion. So in terms of transportation, in this chapter we are going to talk about circulatory system, where blood is transported from one place to another. Where blood is transported from one place to another. Okay, second one, excretory system. Okay, where removal of waste material is transported. That means after the food is digested and the nutrients which our body receive or acquires, and whatever the waste product, okay, whatever the waste product is taken out, it is removed through some system, and that system is known as excretory system. That means removal of waste. Removal of waste. Okay, so these two systems we are going to talk in terms of animals. Animals or humans, whatever you can mention. Okay, and at last we are going to talk about transportation in plants. That means in plants, how the materials or how the nutrients like minerals from the soil, okay, water is transported in the plant. Okay, and transported in the plant means mostly, as we all know, leaves is the place where food is prepared. So whatever the material is needed, okay, nutrients is needed, how it is transported in the leaves, and after the preparation of food, that nutrients is sent to all body parts of the plant. So how that activities takes place, we will talk in this chapter. Okay, so first of all we will talk about circulatory system. Okay, that means circulation of blood, and as we all know, circulation of blood is very much important in terms of living. That means if blood is, when blood is circulating from through a body, he or she is said to be living. Otherwise, that is considered as dead. Okay, the body is not living, it is considered as dead. So here what happens, why we are talking system? We are talking about system because system means a combination of one or two or more, what you can say, organs. Okay, combination of more than two organs, more than two organs. Okay, as for example, in case of as we have discussed about respiration. Okay, so in respiration we talk that the organ associated with respirations are windpipe, okay, or trachea, whatever you can say, nostrils, lungs, etc. So more than one organ is associated. So similarly in circulatory system also more than one organ is associated. As for example, in case of circulatory system, we have number one, blood, okay, because blood is being transported from all parts of the body. Number two, blood vessel, that means for transportation of the blood we require a medium, okay, we require a path, okay, and that path is blood vessel. Through blood vessel, blood is transported from all parts of the body. And number three, we have an organ, heart, okay, and what is the function of the heart? Its function is to pump the blood, okay, to act a force on it so that blood can move from different parts of the body. Not only that, the heart is the place where oxygenated blood is taken from the lungs and deoxygenated blood is what you can say, through the blood vessel it is removed from the lungs, okay. So you can say that all our body parts are all interconnected. It's not that when this system is going on, respiratory system stops, or when respiratory system is going on, our nervous system stops, okay, it's not that, okay. They all perform simultaneously, okay, they all perform simultaneously, means at the same time, okay. So the circulatory system carries the blood from the heart to different parts of the body and brings it back to the heart. So in circulatory system, the blood is pumped through the heart in different parts of the body through the blood vessel, and after that it receives each and everything and again come back to heart, okay. So as for example, to burn the food particles inside of a body, okay, we need oxygen. So when we take in oxygen inside of a body through nostrils or through windpipe, then lungs, okay, and as we discussed that there is a place alveoli where exchange of gases takes place, okay, and it is connected with blood vessel, okay, and that exchange of gases through there, it doesn't move directly towards the body, it moves in the heart, okay, where there is a what you can say chambers. The heart is chambered. We have 4-chambered heart, okay, we will discuss later on. There oxygenated blood is given and deoxygenated blood, that means oxygen, carbon dioxide rich in, that means blood rich in carbon dioxide, that is removed, okay, and at the same time the food that is digested, okay, get mixed in the, after it is digested in the small intestine, there is a finger like projection villi which absorb the soluble nutrients from the intestine, and that get mixed in the where blood. So we can say that blood is one of the most important part of a woman body. It is one of the most important part of the human body, and to determine or to know the various types of disease, to know the various types of what you can say weakness in the body, blood is required. Through blood only we can know that the person is fit or is unfit, okay, or does he have any type of disease or not, okay. So the circulatory system in human consists of blood vessel and heart, blood vessel and heart. So we will talk one by one. So let's talk about blood. First of all, let's talk about blood. So as we all know, blood is very much important for a living organism, okay, and mostly living organism means mostly animals, because we don't find any blood in plants, because there is a pigment, okay, there is a pigment called hemoglobin. There is a pigment called hemoglobin, okay, that is present in the blood only. It is a red pigment. Red pigment. Pigment means coloring substances in animals, mostly in animals. Whereas in plants, we don't find hemoglobin. In plants, hemoglobin is absent. In plants, we will find chlorophyll, which is a green pigment, which is a green pigment, which gives green color to the plants. Okay, so this is the only to give you the difference between plants and animals. That means why we can't find any blood in plants. Okay, that is due to this pigment present in our blood. Okay, let's start with blood. So blood is one of the most important components in our body. Okay, through blood only we can determine the person is either fit or not fit. As for example, in case of dengue, okay, blood is only taken. In case of HIV, to determine HIV, blood is taken. To determine various types of disease, okay, which are not known by the physician or by the doctors, okay, that doctors either he can be of any specialist, okay, gynecologist or oncologist, okay, or orthopedicians, they all require blood samples or report of blood for the further investigation, okay, investigation in terms of that persons. Okay, so blood is a liquid connective tissue, or it is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a liquid or fluid connective tissue. Connective tissue. Okay, so as I was discussing that we are talking about circulatory system. We are talking about circulatory system. So in circulatory system, that means to understand better, okay, I will just make a simple explanation how our body is made. So as we all know, our body is made up of cells. Our body are made up of cells. As for example, egg is a single cell, and when it is fertilized, a zygote is formed and cell divides. Cell divides. That means a single cell divides into 2, then 2 divides into 4, then 4 divides into 8, then it keep on increasing. So our body is made up of multicellular. We are multicellular organism. That means we have multiple cells. Okay, so when there is a combine of cells, different cells combine to form a tissue. Okay, different cell combine to form a tissue. As for example, in this case, in case of blood, blood is a tissue. Blood is a tissue. So if it is a tissue, it must have a cell also. It must have a cell also, and that cell is RBC, red blood cells, WBC, white blood cells. Okay, then we have platelets. Okay, platelets, then plasma and serum. Okay, so blood is a connective tissue, okay, which contains red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, plasma and serum. That means tissue is the combination of more than two cells. Okay, similarly different types of tissue combine to form an organs. Different types of tissue combine to form an organs. As for example, we have liver, we have a heart. Okay, heart is the combination of blood, a tissue, blood vessel, that is also a tissue, and other parts. Okay, then organs, different organs, they combine to form system, like circulatory system, excretory system, respiratory system, nervous system. Okay, then we have a skeletal system, muscular system. Okay, so this is only to explain you about the how our body is made up of. Okay, so let's fall back to blood. Okay, so it is a liquid connective tissue. It is a liquid connective tissue. That means it is made up of liquid. It is made up of liquid. And connective tissue means it is connected to all parts of the body. That's why it is termed as connective tissue. Okay, connective tissue. So it is circulated throughout the body by the pumping action of heart. Okay, so blood is connected to all parts of the body. Okay, it's not that simply the blood is running in our body. It needs some pressure. As for example, if there is a water, okay, if there is a water, and if it is stagnant, nothing is there to move that water, that means it will not move. But if I give some pressure, I pumped it, that means the water will move from one position to another position. As we all know, water moves from, if there is a elevation difference, okay, it will move. But in case of blood, it is pumped by heart. It is pumped by heart. Otherwise it could have been clot. Okay, or we could have simply as for example, as I told that to live, okay, two things is most important. Number one is heart and another one is brain. If the two is not working, that means it can be said that a person is dead. Okay, either heart or either brain, okay, or both. So blood is essentially an aqueous solution containing electrolytes, organic molecules and suspended particles. So blood contains electrolytes. It contains electrolytes, means salts. It contains salts. Electrolytes means salts, positive and negative salts. It contains organic matter. Organic matter means the things that we require for nutrition. Organic matter, organic molecules. Okay, by this only our body gets energy. and other impurities, other suspended particles. Not only these two, other suspended particles also can be there. Okay, as for example, it contains iron. Okay, iron is a suspended particles. If that person is having more glucose level, so sugar is a suspended particles there. Okay, and if that person is ill, okay, or you can say if that person is having a disease, that means this blood can contain germs also, a virus also, a bacteria also. Okay, so suspended impurities or suspended particles. Okay, so basically blood contains RBC, that means red blood cell, RBC, or you can write red blood cells, and it has another name also, erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. Okay, red blood cells, RBC or erythrocytes. Then white blood cells. Okay, white blood cells, WBC or leukocytes. Leukocytes, leukocytes. Sorry, KO, leukocytes. Leukocytes, leukocytes. So, have you heard about blood cancer? Blood cancer. So, in blood cancer, what happens? A person, okay, he needs to change his blood regularly. Okay, why he needs to change his blood regularly? Because that blood is not capable of that blood is harming or killing that germ, okay, or the cancerous cell. They are killing WBC, white blood cells. That's why blood cancer persons are also termed as what you can say, they are suffering from leukemia. Okay, they are suffering from leukemia. Okay, we take leukocytes from the term leukemia has been derived from leukocytes. Okay, it contains leukocytes. Then blood platelets, thrombocytes. Thrombocytes. Okay, blood platelets or thrombocytes. So in case of a person, if I am feeling sick, okay, my platelets count will be low. My platelets count will be low. Okay, as for example, we have many almost 4 to 5 billion platelets. So if I am feeling, if I am not feeling well, if I am suffering from fever, okay, my platelets will come down to 2 billion. Okay, will come down to 2 billion. So if it is less than 1 lakh, if this platelet count is less than 1 lakh, then a person is said to be in a serious condition. He needs a medical attention in that case. Okay, so platelets is also called thrombocytes. Then we have blood plasma. Okay, so it is the solution part of the blood. It is the solution part of the blood. And at last we have blood serum. Okay, that means when a protein called fibrogen is removed from the plasma, blood serum is obtained. Okay, that means when protein is removed, protein called fibrogen is removed from blood plasma, serum is obtained. So if you are donating a blood, it doesn't mean that you are donating all parts. Okay, you are donating 5 things in that case, in that sense. You are donating RBC, you are donating WBC, you are donating platelets, you are donating plasma, you are donating serum. So that blood can be used for 5 things. Okay, that means transfusion can be seen in 5 things. So if a person need only plasma is taken out from that blood. Rest, platelets, WBC, RBC, they are preserved. Okay, to donate in other persons. Okay, so this was all about a basic knowledge of our blood.